Greetings, my Kerbal Knots. Welcome back to another episode of what am I doing? Kerbal Space Program. Gosh, it has been a long week. But let's play some games and get this stuff figured out. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw something a little bit weird and I needed to check it out. So, we are back with the game of Kerbal Space Program. Had a little bit of a mess ending this last time. So the last time we were flying back from Duna and some weird bug happened and we ended up just barely missing Kerbin. I think it was a bug. I didn't actually check to make sure. So I fixed it and we're now heading back and everything should be more or less the same as it was. We're actually connecting through this satellite. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if the satellite's connecting back, but let's just warp into the sphere of influence and we're going to see what we do. Oh wait, that's the closest point. Let's try this. So 4 more days. We have our Eve mission, which is coming back as well. Where are you, Eve? Here's Eve mission. So we're actually really close to the Eve flyby, but it's still going to take a little while to get all the way out there. Got some debris we need to clean up. Let's warp to... Are we in the influence yet? Hang on. We're over Kerbin. Cool. So let's go warp close. We got a couple of days to just nice and ease it in. Now we don't have a lot of electricity. We don't really need a ton. This thing does not have any extra electricity, unfortunately, but that is okay. So let's see. Periapsis is still looking right on target. So we're going to keep going until we're closer. I'm actually going to quick save at this point in time. Well, we'll quick save when we're done. I think what might have happened is we might have ditched the tank a little bit early. And okay, this point in time we're pretty much re-entering, so we're going to just come over here to a normal trajectory. We're going to ditch this. We're going to point retrograde. Let's pull in our antenna, and that may have changed our orbit just a scooch. Retract antenna, but it should be fine. If we're lucky, we'll land close to the pole. That'll be fun. We can't do any really complex science there, but yeah, it should be nice and tasty. Let's close a couple of things here. Yeah, that too. Okay. Really hope this at least will capture us. I'm sure it will. We may not 100% land, but we pretty sure are not going to make it out of the system. So there's our booster blowing up. Yeah, there we go. Yep, we're definitely landing. So we have successfully, almost, little asterisk, I'm probably jinxing myself, gotten back from Duna. But just kind of exploring around. Let's see here. Let's just fast forward. Now we're really landing. That's good. We're actually slowing down quite a bit. Okay. I thought I heard the science tick off. Let's set this to, we'll call it 700 because I don't know where we're going to land exactly. But we'll let us finish slowing down to a more reasonable speed. Pop the parachute, warp down, and we have landed, essentially. It's just a matter of time at this point in time. Grasslands. Oh, that's a pity. Oh well, it's probably really hard to land at the poles, actually, now that I think about it. Ooh. Looks like we have some little trees here. Trying to decide if one of those is close enough where we'll go sample it, and I think I don't care that much. So let's see how much science we got. 3,000 science. And this was with nothing more than passing through the atmosphere. And, you know, exploring the two systems. That's pretty good. And we should get just as much from Eve. Little bit recovered. Everyone's ready to go. We got 3-star pilots now. Sweet. A 3-star engineer and a 4-star scientist. That will be fun. Extract ore from the moon. I mean, this is an easy one. Sure. I think we'll get this for free. That's a huge thing. Could get a telescope. Does it say what kind of orbit it is? What active contracts do we have? So we finished those. Let's get 2 of these. And that will be our next simple mission that we're going to perform. Why not? How long do we have until Eve flyby ship? Let's get rid of some of this debris. I think this is probably the orbit, but it's debris. We'll just trash it. It'll be fine. Eve flyby ship. We want Eve flyby. Flyby ship is actually the lab, which is mostly but not completely coming back with us. How long do we have? Not that long, really. So the encounter is in 5 hours. Wow. And we're still on a pretty good track here. Jeez, I timed that well. Okay. Let's keep going to right about here. We're coming a little bit faster for this one. Well, I just heard the science blip, but must not have been too exciting. Why are we going higher? Oh, jeez, we warped through. Hang on. Let's go radial in. Do we not have any electric charge? No, we don't. So we have a little bit of RCS fuel. We're going to use this. And we're going to burn everything we got straight towards Kerbin. Hopefully we can slow down some glitchiness again. I'm going to turn off the RCS now. We're kind of pointing in the right direction. We'll just use our thrust vectoring. to slow us down. Actually, let's put it right there. Why are we burning so slowly? Let's kick this up. There we go. We have a lot of fuel. So hopefully, let's head more retrograde. Maybe we can slow this down. We may have to send a rescue mission or something. Hey there, Gaming Burrito. Welcome. We're trying to figure out why we seem to be flying by Kerbin instead of having landed. I think I accidentally warped through the atmospheric pass. And thank you for the follow, I assume that was. Yep. Very much appreciated. I don't know that we're going to be able to fully slow down. Oh, we should be able to. I think I missed the atmosphere entirely somehow. But we're going to slow this down, and if we have to, we will launch a rescue mission. I've learned my lesson. Last time something weird like this happened, I thought, oh, I'll just auto-save, auto-load, and no. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Rescue mission. That would be really nice. I think we will. We have 1,000 meters and 1,600. We should be in Kerbin's influence, but even if we don't, we'll find a way to make it work. It looks like we're already starting to curve. That's a good sign. And then we're going to launch some telescopes into deep space because Hubble is in trouble right now, so Hubble has not really been working since Sunday, and they don't know if they can keep it limping along until James Webb is ready to go, unfortunately. We're getting some curvature. This is a good sign. If we can just stay inside of the sphere of influence. Okay. Oh boy. Well, this won't be so bad. So we can warp here 18 days. That's fine. So we were in communication. I probably could have kept burning just to speed this up a little bit. And then we're going to hit prograde, except for we have to use RCS. Oh gosh. I'll tell you what, let's stop right here. Prograde. Actually, let's RCS, there we go. Prograde. We're moving slow enough that I just don't want to deal with this. Actually, this isn't really what we want. Let's turn off the well, we'll turn it on. We want... Here, I'm going to set up a maneuver right here just to kind of settle this, but we actually kind of want to go, I think, radial in. Yeah, that's really... And then we want to slow down. And then more radial. There we go. That will do. We'll just go a little bit less radial. Keep going. Let's keep this locked. That is our optimal burn. So we're going to tag on the maneuver, turn on the RCS. And as soon as we get kind of close, and I'm going to hit Z. Let's cancel this and let's just kind of... There we go. That will be perfect. It's totally what we meant to do. Oh gosh, 20 days. That's a long time to just be out in the outer parts of the solar system. 3 days. We got contact again. Okay. And that is why you keep the thrust on until you're about to re-enter. So we have no electricity. So where's our thrusters actually? Oh, I guess we have thrusters in here. Interesting. I did not realize that that was the case. So let's ditch this now, and then we're going to point to retrograde. Yeah, cool. I did not realize that this had those. Take as long to orient as you need. We don't need to be perfect either. Let's just lock this on, actually. Good enough. So let's see here. It'd be nice if this happened right over the pole, but I doubt that's going to happen. Yeah, so hopefully they can get Hubble working, but apparently the computer has just been completely failing. It's complaining because it's been, working for like 30 years. Hubble has been around more than that, actually. Man, Hubble's older than probably most of the audience. Well, we know we're not gonna skip this time. Set that to 650, that's probably pretty good. There goes our booster blowing up, not too terribly far away from us. I'd really love to stop over the pole, but I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. And then we got some telescope missions that we're gonna launch, and we'll go from there. Actually, we're probably not going to get 3,000 science like we did with the Duna mission, but we're probably going to get at least 2,000. We'll have tons and tons of science. North Ice Shelf, ice caps. Be really neat if we could land here sometime soon, but I don't think that's going to happen. And we're too low to do a skip. There we go. Maybe we'll get lucky. Actually, we have a decent chance of coming down on the ice shelf. I will fire the parachute as soon as we can, even though I doubt that's going to be good enough. Nope, I think we're going to land in the ocean. Pity. And we could do an EVA high above the ice shelf. But nope, I don't think so. Yeah, we'd have to be really lucky to land over here at this point in time, and I don't think we're heading in that direction. So we're going to land in the ocean, that's fine. Oh man, that's close. Yeah, we could still theoretically. Well, maybe. Maybe. Oh, we actually got a good chance. We can just slow down a little bit more so we can get the parachute deployed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep going. No. Oh well. Well, we'll speed up at this point in time now that it's pretty clear we're going down in the water. So close, but so far. Still, we got plenty of science this mission, so I cannot complain. Okay. And we have made it back from Eve just a few days late. We got more science from Eve. Nice. 6,000. I think that means that we have basically all of the science. Let's see. Let's just start with this stuff. Yeah, unmanned tech is nice. Sure. Experimental science. Ion propulsion, sure. Metamaterials will give us a lot more possibilities. Then we still have 7,000 science. So this will be 1,000. Yep, we're done with science. Woohoo! We can now build everything and we don't have to be so micromanagey when it comes to science. Awesome. And we have 6,000. Cool. So, explore Eve. This is just land on Eve. We could do that. Science data from the surface of Gilly. We have another one of these. Let's go ahead and do this. And surface of Minmus? Maybe. We do need to land on Minmus. Let's adjust the satellite here real quick while we're at it. That's a nice and easy mission. Actually, before we do this, though, I just want to check the alignment. So... Drez. Hello, Drez. Are you at the right spot? I think you are. No, you're not at the best spot, but you're not horrible. You're the best one, though. We would have been better off launching earlier if we were going to go to Drez, the planetoid that does not exist. Anyways, let's go fix our Minmus mission, and then we'll decide what to do. So let's see here. This is fairly complex, but not too terrible. Let's just get right here. We're going to add a maneuver. It's going to bring us more like there. And then can we tweak it in just a scooch? That should do perfectly. All right, warp to the next maneuver. Okay. It's going to be a slow burn. So let's get this corrected. How am I not in the right orbit? I guess we'll warp to here. We're going in the right direction. I think we're just a little scooch too far out. So we're going to go back to here. We're going to adjust this. There we go. Now we just got to wait and we'll get our reward. What first do we get? Bunch of firsts. Nice. So much rewards too for that stuff. Okay. So let's go back to the Space Center. Okay, gravitational telescopes. We're going to need a couple of these, but we're just going to launch them essentially one at a time. Probably be the same design for each of them. Probably the same. So Sentinel IR observation set. The one thing that this lacks is a better antenna. So let's put that on. I mean, I should probably put it in a fairing too, but... we could put a better probe core, but nah. This satellite, can it do relay? No, this is just a high gain antenna that cannot do relay. Can we put a relay dish on top of here? Yes, we can. Alright, that's gonna do it. That'll be good. So we'll be able to start relaying from other parts of the system. I like it. Let's ship it. And we don't even have to deploy it. Sweet. This is pretty standard design, although I've gotten away from using fins where I can for most of my launches. Basically, I make rockets that don't quite lift off the ground that are full with liquid fuel to get it there, and I use a couple of solid rocket boosters just to help get it the first little way off the ground. It seems to work pretty well. This looks like a good attitude. We're far enough along where we'll ditch the boosters and they will be just fine. Not going to land in the KSC. Cause a big ruckus. So, Gaming Bureau, if you're still around, what do you think of Kerbal Space Program 2? Oof. I'm starting to form my own opinions of that, and they're interesting. Yeah, well, they haven't quite stopped yet, but there's going to be one more release that's coming soon, and then they're stopped. It's amazing they've been developing the game for 10 years. But the Kerbal Space Program 2, I feel is going to take the game in a kind of different direction. It's going to be more of a base building in space type game than this is, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. But I feel like it's going to be different. Of course, I think you can probably get away without doing the base building aspects of it. So it's going to be Kerbal Space Program plus a base builder. That you can do the base building stuff if you want to kind of end game. The more I think about it, I'm not sure quite what I think of it yet. Multiplayer will be good if they can figure out how to do it, but this is not the easiest game to do. Interstellar travel will be cool. That I'm not gonna lie. The base building aspects of it will be interesting. Let's go more vertical. We're a little bit too low. There we go. This is looking better. Oopsie daisies. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. Fight it, fight it. Ooh. She does not want to stay steady. I took this too shallow. We may end up dunking this one. There we go. That's better. And we got a minute. We did go a little bit too shallow. Let's try and do better for the next one, but we're going to take this one into whatever the simplest is of the orbits that we need to put one of these things in. We have one of these that we can also maneuver into a better orbit. I do look forward to seeing what the multiplayer will be like, because I really don't know. But it's hard because of this, that you can time warp at any time. So then how do you do multiplayer? Do you all have to time warp at the same time? Or do you like sync up at different times? Or how does that work? And note that the devs have, other than the fact that they want to see multiplayer, have not really said much. So we can't see what kind of orbit we're trying for here. Let's just full speed until we get to space. There are mods that I have seen that allow you to play multiplayer Kerbal Space Program 1. Of course, they're somewhat finicky, but they do work. Yeah, it's possible. But so multiplayer in the sense of multiple people playing in the same save, but not kind of like The Sims is multiplayer, or at least the old ones. I haven't played one of the newer ones. Now let's level this out. Okay, we are in space. Good. Let's not forget to deploy. I should really put this on a key, but that's fine. Okay. So we need to know what orbits to put these in. And we also have one here that we can put into whatever orbit we want to. This one has done its mission and actually has a lot of fuel. So it seems pretty obvious that we want to put this here. In this orbit. Where are the other ones supposed to go? I'm confuzzled. Do we only have one orbit? Around the sun, around the sun. Oh, this one can be in any orbit. Oh. So this one we can get, so we just need to have one satellite in this particular orbit. And we may as well send the new one out there. What's the pink orbit? The pink orbit is where we're trying to put our Sentinel telescope here. So we have two of these that are going to be orbiting, that they will detect asteroids. So you see this thing is out here. It's detecting unknown objects around here. And we're going to try to detect some comets as well. Let's see if we have another one of these missions that's at the Space Center. And welcome back, by the way, Shoot Cake. Or just Cake, I guess. It's good to have you. Yeah. Moon 4 rally. Duna, Eve, the Moon, and Minmus. That's quite the challenge there. We'll see. Anyways, let's go back to our newly launched telescope. And we're going to send it in towards Eve. I think we'll keep... Well... Which way do we want to... No, let's have this go in. So... We need to go out this direction, which means we're going to be thrusting maybe about here. No, totally wrong. Sorry. We're slowing down, which means we need to go like here, roughly. No, more like this. There we go. That's better. I had it right the first time. Dadgum. That looks good. Yeah, that's a good. We just want to go to about here. Well, if we're going to detect comets, I actually think comets are further out. So we're going to shoot this thing like towards the orbit of Duna, something like this. A little bit further, like here, roughly. That'll do. And hopefully this thing will detect comets. We should be able to adjust the orbit of the other one. And I don't care that specifically, so I'm just going to go ahead and burn this thing. And then we'll adjust the other one. Let's see where the planets align, and we'll decide which one we're going to visit. So I have been to Dres, to Moho. Well, we could go to any of the planets. Whichever one's the easiest one to get to, we're going to go to. And if we go back to... if we do Eve, do I want to do a lander and then return from Eve? Because I have never done that before. Oh, this is going to be a moon flyby. Let's just keep burning here. I want to see where this takes us. So I'm going to keep burning until we stop there. That's good. Let's just do a flyby of the moon, shall we? Where are we at? We are by the moon, and we can do some reports. We'll go ahead and transmit these. Hopefully we have enough power. Let's go ahead and keep that report just in case. Yeah, that's fair. We have the power. Let's transmit this time and hope that we can actually achieve it. No! Oh, the magnetometer reports are such a pain to send. You need so much power to do it. Okay, magnetometer. Run the report. Then we're going to transmit. Oh, we don't need to. Never mind. We did manage to send it, even though I thought it said that it didn't. Oh, we're no longer at the moon. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Let's just keep going. We have a little bit of inclination. This is interesting. That's fine. Nothing wrong with a bit of inclination. Okay, we are in space high, so let's take a look. So there's the pink orbit. We have this satellite that... It's actually going to be a bit of a pain. Let's switch over here. We'll just leave that thing flying around. It's just looking for comments. Let's see what kind of orbit maneuvering change we're going to have to do. So it'll be right about here. Hopefully. Okay, good. There's no real inclination change. We are completely inside, which is actually a good thing. So we're going to have to do a maneuver here. Let's keep it strictly inside, but try to do it just barely touching. No, we'll keep it strictly inside, so that'll do. Yeah, so we can do that. Warp to the maneuver node. Okay. Warp to the maneuver node. Good. This should be fine. And this is close enough. Burn is 6 seconds. Let's just do it. Good enough. How's our planetary alignment going? No Moho. Drez is getting closer. Jewel and Elo are not. And then I don't remember the right positions for Eve. Eve is here. Let me just check real quick. Kerbal to Eve is behind, so that's no good. And to Duna is ahead. So Duna would need to be just ahead, which it is not. So no orbits are good. We're going to just keep warping. Let's go to here. A little bit afraid that we might run out of comms. But so far we're okay. I do think this satellite does not have comms all the time, but we do have comms for this maneuver. Let's just plan the maneuver. Doesn't matter when. I should have done this before. Whoops. Let's put Put it right there. I think that will do. Let's just burn. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, hey, we're in a close enough orbit. Beautiful. So we should get a little pop-up. 11 D-class asteroids threatening Kerbal. Okay, so we have the 2 telescopes. Those are done. Let's go back to the Space Center and figure out what we're going to do next. Because I do not know. Explore the sun. That's boring. Flag on Ike. Science from the surface of Ike. Bring blueberries back. Where did blueberries come from? Oh, those are from Earth or Kerbal. What about these Ike missions? Yeah, let's do it. So, we're not going to just do Ike. We're going to also do Duna. And let's design a craft here. This is going to be an in-situ resource utilization. Duna. ISRU parachutes. Okay, yeah, I'm so horrible with names. Sue me. Let's go ahead and continue our tradition of launching 3 Kerbals because it feels like the right number. We could do one of these little things, but nah. Where's the fun in that? Okay. Now, this is going to be a bit different. We're going to go ahead and place the engineer. Well, this time we'll need just a little bit of science, but not that much. I'm going to just do a deployable high gain antenna. We're going to actually put it on here. No, let's actually just do the patch antenna. That'll be fine. We're going to put some solar panels on just to give us a little bit of power. And in fact, I'm going to put one of these big batteries with us because I think that will be helpful. What else do we want to do for this? Ooh, yeah, we're going to get there. Not gonna put lights or launch escape system. Let's put a nice parachute on. And then we need some solar panels. We're not gonna need much for this. So we're just gonna put, I'll put 2 so that it doesn't matter that much what direction we're facing. We should be fine. Hey, welcome there, Yithakir. Yithakir? Is that how you say it? Greetings. It is good to see you. Let's put our heat shield on. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and separate this, and then we're going to make a... How do we want to do this? Because this is in situ resource utilization, we're going to make one big 2-stage, and that's it. We should not need anything more. So let's go ahead and put in our separation coupler. It is good to see you. Always good to see new people here. Let's go with a 32 Rocco Max, and then a decent engine. I don't know. Picking the right rocket engine is always a pain. Maybe a Poodle or Bobcat is... No, that's too big. Cheetah's not bad. Can we land with a Cheetah comfortably? That is the key here. And the answer is yes, we can. So we're going to tuck all of our legs like this. Retract. And that'll do. All right. 3,000 meters per second is more than enough for what we want to do. We're also going to put some parachutes on here. Lots of parachutes. This one is going to head to Duna and Ike. Oh, we forgot a very, very important piece of the puzzle to do the Duna and Ike mission, though. So it's not going to be able to take nearly this much weight, which is fine. We need, in the utility, we need the Convertitron, which is going to take a huge amount of space. We need a, well, there's a smaller one. Yeah, why not? And then we need a drill, which we'll put on the outside, and we need a holding tank. The holding tank's still here? Let's just put a... do radial... Yeah, let's just do some radial ones. We'll just stick a bunch of them around here. That's fine. And then we'll stick our engine on. Hey, that even looks like we designed that purposely. It's almost like that. And then we'll need our drill. We're only going to put one drill. Okay. Really, this thing could go just about anywhere. 3,000 is still more than enough. That's excellent. Now we just need to put a ring of parachutes around. Yeah, we're going to put the full number. And I'm actually going to put drogues too, which I almost never do drogues. But I think this will help. So let's check the staging here. Let's put the drogues all on their own. And then this all here. And yeah, this is good. I will deploy this thing only if I have to. That will be emergency, and we're going to make sure to take cargo. Well, we need to put some science too on here, just so we can say we did some science. But we have all of the science complete, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see here. What do we want to do? We need the EVA repair kit. We're going to put as many of these as we can, which is 4. Awesome. And then I'm not too worried about the science experiments. It'll be fine. We also need some big old solar panels that will be deployable. The legs will be down, so I think we can stick these here. We'll just put 2 of them. Actually, it doesn't matter that much. We'll put them up a little bit higher. It should be good enough for the power. Okay. 2,700. That'll do. Yeah. Can we do a smaller drill? Yeah, we can. So let's do the smaller drill. We'll do 2 smaller drills as opposed to 1 big one. That'll be more balanced, and I think it'll just work nicer. Cool. And we got an extra 100 delta V. This should be more than enough to get from Duna to Ike, which is what the whole point of the stage is, and then from Ike back. Okay, I'm feeling good. Let's get in another decoupler. And then the thrust to weight ratio is fine. We need at least 3,000 if that's the kind of thrust to weight ratio that we're going to go for. So let's stick to Rockomax, because I just trust the Rockomax brand more, I guess. I don't know. Let's raise this way up. Three, and then we'll need a massive engine, like maybe the Mammoth. But that looks kind of dumb, doesn't it? Let's... Okay, I renege. Let's ditch Rockomax. The Mammoth engine is, I think, the winner, but we're going to go with the Kerbal Dime or whatever. Kerbal Dime, yeah. 256... 512. Whoa, that thing is huge. I looked for some adapters last time and it didn't seem to have any. That's not bad. So the thrust to weight ratio is just a scooch low. And so we're going to help this get off the ground. With just a little kick stage, nothing too fancy at all. We're going to put 4 of these. Let's go right about there. Yeah, it looks a little bit off, but I'm okay with that. And then we just want a little kick stage, maybe a hammer. So this will burn for 23 seconds. That will get us well off the ground. And then by that point in time, we should be pretty steady. I trust Rockomax, you know? Yeah. This looks so bad though. Can we do something? Is there an adapter anywhere? Let's try Rockomax. I want to see if we can find a structural adapter. Finding parts is often the challenge with something like this. This is slanted, which is not really what I want. I want a 2.5 meter. This thing will make it look considerably less stupid. Okay. So that's a Mark III, and then do we have a Mark III to Kerbal? That's Mark II. Let's try 2.5 meter adapter. So that goes the other way. And then do we have Mark III adapter to a Kerbal Max maybe? I think this will do it. Nope. Screw it. It'll be well. Yeah, let's just do it. It's fine. Okay. I think this will do. Yeah, I know. I trusted Rockomax and then I totally changed my mind. So the trick is we want to get the orbits roughly aligned, and for this to work best, Duna needs to be just ahead of us, but that is definitely where we're going. So we're gonna wait. It's gonna take a while. Eve is not in the right spot. Moho is gonna be in the right spot real soon. Oh, it's so tempting. We could send basically the same mission to Moho. Huh. I've never been to Moho before, which makes it real tempting. Yeah, this is basically the right trajectory to go to Moho. Huh. What do you think, guys? Same spacecraft will do. We'll call it a test flight, and we have all of our Kerbals home, so we'll also go to Ike, but we're gonna go to Moho too. So we'll launch both of them. Explore Duna. Yep, we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, this will be fun. Oh, this rocket looks stupid, but that's okay. Let's launch it. I do want to make sure we have an engineer, a scientist, and a pilot. It doesn't really matter the qualification. Scientist, engineer, pilot. Perfect. Boy, you'd think these little solids wouldn't do much, but they're helpful. Those will be nice and scattered around the launch pad, but that's okay. Those may be the lowest hammers I've ever released. 4, almost on the ground. See if any of them survive. Nope. Okay, we're gonna just start tilting over just a scooch. Okay, good, good. Thanks. I appreciate the good luck. I probably will need it. We're gonna rename this the Moho. Spacecraft. Okay, let's keep going over. And then I'm going to hit the prograde button here about now. Yeah, Moho is the only planet that I've never gone to. I don't know why I never made it there. Just never was patient enough and never seemed interesting enough, I guess. I love that we can really do a single stage to orbit here. But this thing has to land on Moho, or else it's not coming home. It's no harder. I've also never went to Elu, for that matter. I forgot about that one. I always forget about Elu. Yeah, it's hard to get to, I suppose. Usually I tend to go to whatever planets interest me, and yeah, that's always the hope, right? Gotta have enough fuel to get by. We are actually sitting pretty good. We have no ability to change the orientation of the spacecraft when it's not thrusting. So we're going to just keep going until we hit space, which we will. I think I have enough fuel to get home, but barely. Without having the in-situ resource utilization. I'm going to set this to prograde, and we're going to just burn just a little bit just to get us pointing. Let's keep going a little bit further. Good. All right, we are in orbit, and we still have almost 1,000 meters per second. That's awesome. So we need to slow way down. I think that means the burn's going to be about here. It's about 1,500 roughly, so that's not quite the right spot. Oh, crud. I do not want to zero out that inclination. Keep going. That's about right. Yeah, it's pretty close. Let's set this as the target. We're actually, it's not bad. We're not going to be quite at the right spot. The ascending node, though, it's not bad. So let's see if we can just adjust the timing a little bit and optimize this. And I think we'll be able to do it. Let's try a little bit later. Something closer to that. That looks good. A little bit more. Less. Man, Moho has quite the inclination, I gotta say. Let's try a little bit more pointed towards it so it'll be a little more direct. It'll take a little more fuel, but no, we actually want to go less direct. We're going to burn a little bit outwards. Oh, do you see that? Look at that. Oh, that's good. Let's see if we can get this. Nope. Maybe if we burn a little bit differently. How about some inclination? Okay, this is still good enough to do the burn. So I'm going to do the ejection burn like this, and then we'll get the rest corrected later. Oh, we are actually moving. How about that? Let's deploy the solar panel. Both of them, actually. I'm amazed that we have this much control from just this little thing. Because I did not put any extra control in here at all. We have a lot of power saved, which probably helps. But even then, we're not using that much. Reaction wheels are powerful. So more than half of this is going to come from the kick stage. So we can burn right on the money. I think we actually want to wait until about 1 minute, about 30 seconds. Oh, this is going to be so hard to time. I don't know what the right time is to fire. Let's just do it. At 30, that sounds good enough. We're not exact. Oof, that's a powerful engine. There we go. Our little lander is flying free now, hopefully heading on the correct orbit. Yeah, this is pretty close. We did go a little bit early. So I'm actually going to lock this to prograde. We're just going to let the burn happen as it happens, and then we'll get it corrected. I don't know. I don't have a clue how much fuel we need to land on Moho, but we'll have plenty. We'll have plenty. In fact, the issue may be that we have too much. I don't know. I forgot to put a big giant antenna on this thing. That's okay. It'll be fine. Let's deploy this antenna. And that will allow us easy communication for some time. Yeah, we're deviating a bit off of our nominal course, which is okay. I could lock this to the maneuver node though, and that will help some. Let's do that. Just a few more seconds to go. So I'm going to hit X to slow us down to nothing once I see the burn time at 1 second, and then we'll just slowly inch it. Four, three, two, one, and good enough. Okay, let's see how close we are to a Moho injection burn. Not hideous. I think this is the direction we're headed out. Yeah. So let's just get outside of the influence here of Kerbin. Oh, I didn't actually put any science instruments on here. Oh well. It's fine. Okay, let's slow it down. And let's just do a maneuver. Wait. We're heading this direction? Yeah. It's kind of weird that we're heading back towards Kerbin, but I guess that makes sense. So we got right in the very narrow range, but it's not that kind of a burn. That's gonna get us there. So my guess is we're flying over it or under. Okay. That's getting closer. Then let's try a little bit in out. Maybe some. Oh. Nope, wrong way. There we go. So that's at the right spot. Let's see if we can get that close approach back. Okay. $290. Good, good. That's increasing, so let's see. Nope. I think we're going to have to do some more adjusting as we get closer, but let's see if we can get a little bit closer. This adjustment is not really proving to be worth it. So let's just do a bit of an inclination adjustment. And then we'll call that good enough for now. We could spend forever just mucking around getting this perfect. Okay. That's obviously not worth it. We're gonna wait, and this will be our up oasis. That's probably the best spot to do this adjustment. I'll just warp to here. That's fine. Oh, this orbit's proven to be a pain to get adjusted just right. Let's see. That's not bad. $254. Let's go down. There we go. So I'm going to trust that this is the right direction. And then I'm just going to keep burning until it stops being useful. This seems to be a good approach. Don't know how much we're going to have to burn, but we are getting closer every little instance. So that's good. Okay, we just lost it. So let's go plot another maneuver, but we're actually closer to on track. Okay, we'll just straight slow down. The ascending node is about the right spot, so we should be getting pretty close. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, come on. We have a close encounter. Okay. So let's focus on Moho. Let's see if we can get this close encounter even closer. Dadgum. Let's reset. So I'm just gonna do the burn once we get the encounter, because I don't want to mess this up too badly. Okay, that will do just fine. Let's do this. So, adjust to the maneuver. Oh, another 40 meters per second. That's not horrible. Let's go ahead and do this. Two, one, and just go up a little bit more. Okay. Perfect. And we officially do have an encounter. Woohoo! Our inclination is off, so let's zoom back to the right object. I need to remember the hotkey to do this properly. So we're gonna just put another maneuver out. 2 minutes. That sounds perfectly delicious. Let's see what our Moho, where am I? Periapsis. There we go. There's way too many nodes. Hang on. We're just going to focus the view back on Moho. And then let's see if we can adjust this slowly. Why is that not working? Huh. Fine, let's just put... Okay. If you know the hotkey to do this quicker, please let me know. So we're going to put another maneuver that's like 30 minutes out. That's fine. There we go. This is the one that we want to keep getting improved. That's looking good. Can we up? And it's a little slower. Up. Little slower. Okay. We're going to be going so fast Moho that we're not deflecting our orbit significantly. I guess it's a small planet, so... let's go down just a scooch. And then... go up a little bit. Yep, that will do. So, lock on 36 minutes. We'll just go ahead and burn. I'm gonna stability and most important thing was to get the right direction. So we're going to keep going until we see the periapsis to be like 15 or so, something like that. That's too much. So let's go to the... let's go prograde. We're just going to fire just a scooch. Let's try retrograde. In fact, this is so low, I'm actually going to derate my engine. Do not let me forget to... I mean, I think it'll be fine. Let's go to about 10 kilometers. There we go. And now we are going to Moho. Woohoo! Let's get this up to full speed. Meanwhile, let's go back to the tracking station, and we're gonna keep a half eye on that, but it's still got a wires. Meanwhile, we want to see Kerbin. We want Duna to be slightly ahead of Kerbin, so we can do our Duna mission. Eve flyby ship for thing. The Moho mission is going pretty quickly. It's gonna be a long time before they are aligned right. There's no other planet that's even close, though. Well, maybe Eve. I don't really want to do an Eve mission. Okay, let's switch over to here. We'll got this. Let's see. How long until our closest approach? "17 days. So we're going to warp to here. I'm going to put the retrograde on so we can tap the brakes. Hopefully very quickly. Boy, Moho's coming close. The encounter is an hour away, so let's go ahead and do a warp 6. And then a 5. Yeah, we could still 6 for a little bit longer. All right. So we got some little bit of sciencing to do. We'll go ahead and transmit it. Why not? And then we're going to do an EVA. Not that we really need the science, but it just feels like the right thing to do. We'll send everybody out on an EVA. They're just going to poke their heads out, though, because we got work to do. Okay, 10,000. We got 20 minutes. How fast are... Holy moly, we're moving fast. Huh. So it turns out the hard part to going Moho is slowing down. And I do not have enough delta V to slow down. Darn. Well, we're going to have to figure out a way to get these guys home, but they do have plenty of fuel. So we'll have them do their sciencing. Okay. Well, so much for that. How to get these guys home? Now I know I have never gone to Moho. Oh well, we still have 2,000 Delta V to work with. So we'd have to really kind of do a Eve flyby maybe to slow us down. That could work. That's what we do for real life missions to Mercury. Tell you what, first thing, let's just keep going. Okay, we are back in orbit around the sun. Now what? So let's keep going until we get to the perigee. And then we're going to not circularize our orbit, but we're going to have our orbit just touch Kerbin, and then the next time we come to Kerbin, we're going to do a little bit of or to the Apoasis, we're going to do a little bit of a maneuver. Okay. So prograde. Where are you? Set as target, Kerbin. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Then we're going to warp out to here. That's 128 days. We're going to keep an eye out for possible other missions that we could do. Oh, we got suitable candidates. Nice. We're getting close to Duna. So hang on, let's stop this now. We can add a maneuver here and see if we can... Okay. We do have a little bit of inclination, but not horrible. I'm hoping that'll be enough to counteract. Oh, they're on opposite sides. Ooh. So we're just going to leave this guy alone for the time being, and we will eventually come rescue it. That's all we can do right now. It's just kind of stranded in deep space. Meanwhile, Duna is coming. Duna needs to be a bit ahead of Kerbin. And Kerbin is here. So let's keep going. I suppose I could try to do an Eve flyby. That may work, and especially if I could land on Gilly and refuel. That's not bad. Hey, one sec. Just gotta send a quick message off real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, I think we're ready to launch to Duna. So let's do this. This is really dorky, even though it works. Let's see if we can find a better tank. So this is the Mark III. It's so tiny. Liquid fuel. That's just liquid fuel. So this is really a design more for aircraft. Let's try 2.5 meter. See if we can come up with a part that will be better. We really want an adapter. Yeah. Tell you what, in Rockomax we trust. So we're going to put a bunch of these on. This is going to become a taller rocket. And then we'll put this at the bottom, but it's going to look a little bit dorky. So we're going to put the adapter on here. It's still way, way less Delta V. I want to use Rockomax, man, but it just isn't gonna cut it. We trust in Rockomax, but man, we want something bigger. Got Rockomax, we've got Kerbal. I guess we'll stick with this. What's the mammoth meant to hook to? Hang on. Is there a 3.75? So if we go with an S3 tank as opposed... Here we go. That looks considerably less dorky. I can still achieve orbit, and it has a decent enough thrust to weight ratio. Good. So can we do a... We want an S3 adapter. Bingo. That is what we're looking for. I like this so much better. So much better. Now let's just change the coloring scheme. This is basically SLS. The thrust to weight ratio is a little bit low, so we're gonna put in a slightly better solid. So what's the next best for my hammer? Kickback? These things are more powerful and they're squatter, which I actually do like. These things are bigger. Yeah. All right. Well, those are just little disposable fuel tanks. Yeah, I think this is what we are gonna want. Which means, practically though, we want these a little bit higher. And then let's raise this up to about there. I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna allow myself one redo if these are absolutely horrible. If they collide in. But we'll call it good. Hang on. We'll call this a staging. This will be a static fire. That's all that was. Okay, that's better. Cool. Looking good. A pilot, engineer. We have 2 pilots and an engineer, which is okay. That's right, Duna, you can just barely get back with an EVA pack. It's challenging, but it's doable. I think Valentina went to Eve. If I do this just right, it should kick back and then we'll release just as they stop. Nope. I was afraid of that. I always have these staging disasters. So that was a simulation run. So, a couple of things. First of all, we're going to lower this. So that makes it harder. And then let's put on... There's a nose cone that helps with this. let's rotate. How is it that you... There we go. This should help. And then we're going to drop it just a little bit. Actually, let's move this up. And then we're going to drop this down. I think this will help. So we'll allow ourselves another simulation. Just these side boosters, getting them kicked off is so hard in this game. This is basically SLS. Except for SLS is much wider. Much, much wider. SLS is a full 8 meters wide, which is insane. I hope to see that rocket launch. And I don't think it's going to launch very many times, so. Put this on maneuver mode. We may do some Separatrons if this proves to be as much of a disaster as I fear it may be. Okay, that's acceptable. They can damage themselves, they just can't damage the main payload. Let's go ahead and set this to prograde. Actually, I'm gonna stability. We're gonna go slowly out more. I'm going to go ahead and level out the trajectory. We'll go a lot more horizontal, and I think this is going to do good things for us. We're seeing the time to apoapsis is slowly decreasing, which I'm okay with. Okay, let's go back up. Good, it's level now. Okay, more leveling out. Looking good so far. Excellent. A little bit of atmospheric effects. That's okay. Okay, let's just fast forward. This is probably a little bit too shallow, but that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Okay, let's put this to prograde. It's going to take a little while, but it will get there. We'll go ahead and extend our solar panels to not be retracted until we are leaving into Duna. Boy, this is taking a little while. I should have checked to see if there was any other missions that we could do while we're at it. I'm content to just let this slowly meander by. Okay. Let's go to about T-minus 20. Yeah. Full speed. There we go. That's fine. Let's go just a little scooch. Okay, now we're fully in orbit. Good. Now we need to go faster. So we're going to burn right around here. Roughly 900. 1,000, something like that. That looks pretty solid. How close are we? Set as target. Okay. So the target is going to be a little bit ahead of us, which means that we need to get there sooner, which means we're going to point a little bit up. A little bit more, maybe? Let's try the... Whoops. I didn't want to do the inclination. Let's try burn here. Not that powerful. This is a pretty bad burn to make it to Duna, but let's just see where this gets us. Nowhere is apparently the answer. That's fine. Let's keep playing around. It's amazing how important getting the timing just right is. It's by far the most important thing of this kind of trajectory. Okay. I think later will help. So we're going to go in a little bit, which is fine. Look at that. Let's just see how the close approach is. Let's go a little bit earlier. Let's see if this is any better. Good. Let's go a little bit earlier even. Yeah. Yeah, this'll do. I don't care. We have more than enough fuel. In fact, we're not even going to stage doing this. This is insane. Okay. set on target, and then let's do it. We got this. So it's a 32-second burn, means I need to do it at 16. And we gave just a small scooch of a burn to get us pointed in the right direction. I want to get the time warp, but I know it's the wrong choice, but I still want to do it. It's fine. We'll start the full burn and just let it be. It should be close enough. We're gonna fly right past the moon. Nice. Well, the moon will be about here when we do that, so that's fine. Actually, let's just call this good enough, and then let's see how close we are. We have not too shabby. Let's put another burn correction in a few minutes and see if we can adjust this any. Maybe with some work we can get this into the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and focus on Duna. Well, that's a mess. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can tweak this. And I actually do want to have a near equatorial because we have to go to Ike. There we go. Is this burning the right way? So Ike's going around this way. No, we're actually doing this wrong. We need just a little bit more to go on the other side. There we go. That will do wonderfully. That's such a tiny, precise burn that we are just going to derate these engines. That looks pretty good. Let's get adjusted to the right position and then we'll let this burn. So slow. Let's go ahead and deploy our antenna. Is this a relayable? We are almost there. Okay, let's go to our spacecraft. Good. And then warp to the next maneuver. Excellent. Let's go ahead and fast warp a bit. Let's just keep going and call it done. How does it look? Whoops, map. Zoom out, and hopefully we have a decent Duna encounter. A little bit too decent. So let's see. Let's just make sure that this is going the right direction. So if we stop, we'll be going the opposite direction. We need to actually maybe slow us down a bit. Oh, that's going to take forever. I wish I had a little bit more control authority here, but we don't. So we're just going to sit here and wait forever and talk about... Ooh, who do you think is going to be with Jeff Bezos on the first flight of a suborbital mission with a paying passenger? I'm amazed that they're doing that at all, to be honest. Let's go prograde. Eventually we'll get a little bit more rotational speed, but such a pain. Let's just thrust a little bit, get us kicked off a bit more. I mean, these reaction wheels have got to be working full thrust. We could... Well, we have RCS. Let's use it. Just a scooch. That'll help us to get in the right direction easier. Okay, we are heading, and that's all I really care, is that we cross through here. Good. Keep going. The inclination's a bit too high, actually. Just a scooch. I know, I'm so picky. These little RCS thrusters actually do take some real work to get normalized. Okay, I think if we can get the inclination the right way now, then we'll have it. So I'm just going to do manual control here. And see if we can, hopefully this is the right direction. I don't think it is. Dadgum. So let's go to the anti-normal. We'll use RCS to get us pointed that direction. get us a little bit of a kickstart, and we're moving. How much RCS do we? We have a fair bit. We don't want to use it all, but honestly, this is probably where we're going to use most of it, if anything. Okay, now we're expanding out. Let's just let it do its thing. Slowly keep on crawling. Yeah, screw it. We'll just take what orbit we can get. And honestly, this is fine. No, it's not. Let's go program. Let's ditch the big stage. It's time. Holy moly. Look at how much that's changed our velocity ditching the big stage. It's amazing when you're that far out how little tiny thrusts will do tons to you. Okay. Let's tweak this a little bit. We're going to just skim the atmosphere. Yeah, this'll do. Because I want to actually capture into orbit. We want to burn off a little bit of the fuel that we have because we don't need nearly this much. So we're going to capture. And before we do this, let's... well, how long is it going to take, first of all? 186 days. Okay. Let's go to the tracking station. Let's see how our Moho flyby is. Where are you at? Let's see if we have a chance at getting you home anytime soon. It has been a little while. We have 186 days to do something. Let's remember that. So, the only thing that we can do, really, is to add a maneuver here. And really, it's got to be a thrust out. And then if we encounter Eve, then that's great. And if we don't, then that's fine too. Don't want to do that. We have 1,800 meters per second to play with. So it's something. Huh, we're going to do another Moho encounter. And the next one's going to be fatal. So we got to get outside of Moho's orbit, first of all. We can't use it to do anything useful. But Eve, we could theoretically. I'm just going to keep going because I want to see what the closest approach to Kerbin looks like. Yeah, that's fine. 64 days. Sure, let's just do this. We're just going to burn outward just so that we do not encounter Moho. Barely. Okay. That'll do. We'll figure out beyond there. Let's go back to the Space Center, check to see if there's any additional missions that we want to take, and then we will keep going, and I think we'll land on Duna tonight. I think that's what the goal is going to be. That'll be easy. Okay. Just one for basically free. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let's go back to our tracking station. Let's get rid of the debris. Both of these. And then we're going to fly the air spacecraft, which is going to Duna. Let's just warp most of the way there. I kind of want to keep an eye out for the Moho. I don't know how we're going to recover that, but we'll find a way. How are you doing, Moho spacecraft? I'm actually gonna destroy a couple of extra missions here. Hang on. These were ones that didn't matter that much. So, Eve flyby ship we're gonna destroy because it's killing me. The damaged satellite I'll keep. This guy, they're just science spacecraft. Same thing with this. They're science spacecraft that are just wandering around the system. They have a little bit of science in them, but nothing really useful. Okay, let's just keep going until we hit Duna. Okay, and let's go to here. Essentially, that will be the time to do some recovery. Good. Let's go to inside of Ike's orbit. I suppose we could technically land on Ike first, but who cares? Retrograde. 8 minutes. Let's warp to about 2 minutes out. And then we're going to get our spacecraft ready, which basically means stash the panels, stash the antenna. Not that I think it's going to matter much, because I don't think we're actually going to touch the atmosphere at this time. The goal is just to scooch in close. Let's make sure, yep, we do not. Do not want to be limiting that. Go ahead. Don't know how long it's going to take, but it shouldn't be too bad. If this Ike flyby ends up doing something interesting, then we may do it. But I doubt it will. Actually, we're probably going to end up flying by Ike here. Not really using your gravity assist, but problem is we're going basically pointed straight towards where Ike is now, but Ike is going to move by the time we get there. Yeah, we should have started a little bit earlier, but that's okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's fine though. We could land on Duna and be just fine. Without parachutes. It's actually getting to be kind of interesting. If I were to move radial in, then we could probably do a flyby of Ike and on our way to Duna. Use it as a gravity assist. But no. I think Ike is the better one to visit second. So that's what we're going to do. We're getting a pretty good grasp, though, of how much fuel it's going to take to get out to Ike. Boy, this burn is taking longer than I thought it would. That's okay. We're almost there. We are definitely going to fly by Ike, though. And I guess technically we're going to use a bit of a gravity assist. We're going higher, though, than I would like. Yeah, maybe we won't. We are in an orbit. 26 days to get out that far? I don't think so. 5 days, that's better. So let's go until we're around Ike. Actually, let's just go out to the Apple Oasis. I think overall this is a net loss. I think we're going to take this down to about 20. And we're going to land this baby. Let's do this. Woohoo. Hang on. Before we do that though, let's extend our solar panels. May as well toss out our landing gear. Okay. Let's do it. Actually, we don't want to toss out our landing gear. see here. I would not be surprised if this ends up being a... Oh, we're in the atmosphere. Shoot. Okay. We may end up coming back. I don't know if this is a dip down low enough to guarantee entry, but it's definitely going to lower us. Yeah, look at how fast our up oasis is. I don't think... Whoa, we got some atmospheric effects. I'm going to turn off stability control for the moment. Okay, we're still good. We're actually not that far above the surface. Yeah, it's fine. We're still going down. Which means we're low enough, we're probably not going to completely leave the atmosphere. Okay, we are going up though. This is actually a really good entry trajectory. We got plenty of batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and point retrograde. Actually, no. How... Can't quite fire these guys off. And we're a little bit too high anyways. Yeah. We're not going to fully leave the atmosphere, but we're definitely coming out of it. Hit retrograde. Cool. Wish we had some lights on this thing, but that's okay. No safety lights. We're brave. Brave Kerbal nuts. I actually do want to land more towards the end of this trajectory, so we're going to keep going. Just as is. Even if it's going to take a little time, it will get us in a better spot to get to Ike better. I don't want to put the radar mode on. Yeah, right now our intersection point is almost exactly at the equator, which means we're not going to be that close to the equator. We're still going way too fast to use... Not way too fast, but too fast to use the drogues. It's risky. No, we're red again. Okay, that's good. Good thing I did not deploy one. I'd actually rather be a little bit unstable. The drogues will help to stable me out. Oh, hang on. Oh, phew. Okay. The drogues are stable, and we can now deploy the mains. Let's get our landing gear. Now hang on, Whoa, we're not going nearly slow enough. put our landing... we're fine. Okay, there goes the mains. This is high, but it's an acceptable landing speed. And we can lower that, so... We're going to fast forward until we're about 100, and then we're 100 meters off the ground. And then the last few seconds, we're going to... Nope. Daggum. Can't I ever just do one of these things right? Let's warp to the day. Okay. And we're gonna figure this out. Huh. Yeah. First thing, I want to see something here. Can we... Good, we can just repack all of these chutes. So the problem is that we landed on a cliff. Well, this is lovely. Let's board you in. We theoretically have enough to do this without refueling, but to only get to orbit. We don't have enough to get home. Can we drill? No. Of course we can't. This isn't even that much of a hill. Okay. We're going to have to be gentle. But let's see if we can force ourselves into a better situation. I will quick save. Let's just use our rocket engine just a little bit. Okay, that's nice. If I can get to a nice lip, then we found out from the moon that that's totally possible to recover. Nope. Stability control. No. Looks like we're in the Eastern Canyon. We may be able to land this entire thing back at Kerbin. Let's see if we can just keep it slow. Okay. Maybe. Let's see if we can just keep the surface speed low. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to finick with this offline because I don't think this is super entertaining and it's about time for me to go anyways. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I will continue this on Saturday. So in 2 days, about the same time, follow me to find out when. Thanks, guys, for everything. Until next time, keep on tracking. Take care, guys.